Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, it's James with the Chart Guys. It's Monday, February 5th, going to do my nightly video on oil. So oil is breaking after a high, a low, lower high. We're setting a lower low by breaking below this low here of 63.67. Be aware that it is on increasing bear volume, so something to note there. Not to say that it's the end all for oil here, because we did have a consolidation back here where we broke to a lower low and then we resumed higher on that consolidation. What I would be watching for is this weekly inside candle here. So weekly inside candle, a high and low within the previous range is high and low. Currently we are breaking bear from it. So if you take this, if you take a short on oil based on this bear break, what you need to note is to see if the week ends with some decent volume. If there's very little volume on this bear break, it's not that convincing. I would like to see increasing bear volume personally from the previous week's candle if we do break bear on this weekly oil, and then see a break below the 8 EMA here on the weekly. So the weekly, since gaining it back here, has not broken that 8 EMA. We back tested it, bounced off of it. So we could get another back test here and could easily bounce off. So watch the volume, watch the initial bear break. It is a bear break. If we do break bear on this inside candle on the weekly, I am going to take a short position. I said, and again, realize on this weekly chart that bulls are still in full control. Low, higher low on the pullback, higher low, higher low. So really until we break 55.82, there really isn't a longer term concern for the bulls yet. But if we do break a bear on this weekly inside candle, if I was a bull, I would wait and get out. And if we do pull back, I will still expect at the time until 55.82 is broken, a higher low to again be formed on this weekly. So watching this weekly inside candle very closely here. Daily, again, it is breaking to that lower low. We lost that 20 MA. We did it on increasing bear volume. And so the next support level here is going to be at 62.78 to watch for. And that lines up with the, let's see the weekly inside candle, what the level was. Low 63.67, so it does not. So daily, the next support I'm watching for is this 62.78. If we break that 62.78, I'm going to see more downside. We do have an increasing bear volume. So right now it is in favor of the bears in the shorter term here for oil because of that inside candle weekly bear break and the daily setting a lower low after setting a lower high. And so if we break the low of today of 63.42, I am going to expect a test of this low here of 62.78. Break the 62.78, we're going to see further downside, and we'll look to see if we can form a higher low on the weekly above that level of 55. That 55. Computer's a little slow. 55.82 level. The hourly. And realize that the energy sector is absolutely getting crushed with a SPY pullback and oil pulling back at the same time, along with nat gas. The hourly is clearly oversold here, so looking for an oversold bounce overnight or tomorrow. And any oversold bounce right now is going to just be an oversold bounce until on the hourly it can break to a higher high at least, and that's 65.40 on the hourly to watch for. And you can see XLE. To the weekly chart. So I have a resistance line here. I can move that resistance line. I'm going to use it. Come on. So you can see that the energy sector is absolutely getting crushed here. We did break to This high was at 78.45. We got to a high on the weekly of 78.39. So we're rejecting right under that recent high here and pulling back. Not looking great for energy. Look at how much of we wiped out so much gains in just 2 weekly candles. So looking very weak here. And if the weekly here is unable to hold this low here of 68.04 longer term, I'm sorry, 66.34 longer term for energy companies, that's going to be a big red flag for energy on this bounce attempt here. Looking at the monthly and energy plays. So monthly yet to set a higher high. So we had this pullback, higher low, but unable to form a higher high. So if I continue to see energy pull back with oil and the stock market weakness, at this point I will look to see if we can form an equilibrium pattern and form a higher low above 61.8. Anyways, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. That's my video on oil.